Hey, it's like a modern WWE event! Whoa, I've been saving that one! And yet, why do I feel so empty? After a few episodes spent on some water levels, the Precure finally arrived at the next major story checkpoint, Lala's home planet, Simone. And for once, it looked like a legit alien planet. I mean, yeah, it looks like an inflatable pool toy inside of another toy, but compared to everything else, this is Krypton. I'm not even really kidding, the surface is kind of giving me Man of Steel flashbacks. Probably won't take long before some overly hammy villains arrive. Anyway, after docking their ship, the Precure are greeted by some old guy whom Hikaru mistook as Lolo, and I guess as a joke, they blatantly reused the intro animation?
Is this meant to be humorous?
Ned Flanders here was actually Lala's supervisor, Cuckoo. He had come mostly just to chew Lala out for failing to report back to him for an extended period of time. And to make matters worse for her, Hikaru drew some unneeded attention onto the Earthlings and almost revealed that they were from an unregistered planet. So, just so they're clear, within the first few minutes of this episode, Hikaru mistook an old geezer for Lala's twin brother and almost blew their cover again. Keep up the good work, Pinky. Luckily, Lala's AI had plenty of legal mumbo-jumbo programmed in and basically said that they found them lost in space and that they were taking them back to their home planet under Lala's supervision. And interestingly, while Cuckoo didn't believe Lala, good god these names, he did believe her AI and let them off the hook. Curious about Lala's AI, whom she's known for a while now, Hikaru asked about her origins. Basically, she was a division of her planet's mother AI and... Calling it right now, this thing is gonna pull a Vicky by the end and is more than likely gonna turn out to be darkness itself. Show's over. Good night, everyone. Okay, speaking seriously, I did kind of get iRobot vibes throughout this episode, between Mother AI's even more monotone voice and other little details I'll point out. And while I am half kidding about the darkness thing, there are signs that they may at least have similar origins. From what we've seen of Darkness so far, he clearly has a synthesized voice and a red LCD for a face, so he or she could be a digital antagonist. Now, on the one hand, I am kind of off-put, as I was hoping at the beginning of the series that they wouldn't denounce Lala's accelerated culture. Here's a girl who's technically a working-class woman on her planet, experiencing things she couldn't or didn't have much time for due to her world's accelerated culture. Not to denounce how Lala was raised, and I hope they don't completely do that in this show, but they seem to be doing just that for a villain twist that might rehash what we've already done once in this franchise with Fresh Precure's Mobius. Still, I guess they might also end up bringing their own unique touches to the table, and I really do like dystopian tales, so I'll reserve my judgment for now. Though, of course, there's also the possibility that they won't pull this twist at all based on the next episode preview, but again, let's see how it plays out. Back to the story at hand, the Precure arrived just in time to catch some sort of ceremony for Lolo. During all of this, Lala's AI somewhat hesitantly was going to merge her data with the Mother AI. I say hesitantly because apparently this would lead to a full override of her current data, and thus a deletion of the AI's current self. Surprisingly, Hikaru noticed the AI's hesitation to this, and yet once again mistook an old geezer for Lolo. Gotta love how this show has to sacrifice our heroine's common sense just for a stupid gag. General Pepper here was named Topard, an ambassador for the Hoshizora Galaxy, and also held a surprising amount of respect for Prunsu as a representative of the Star Princesses. Then again, he is also one of the most competent fairy partners to date, so understandable really. Lolo soon arrived, and Hikaru didn't use her intro animation for a third time? Come on guys, if you're gonna do a bad running gag, at least follow through with it. They were all gathered for Lolo's promotion after having found the cancer pen. Of course, Lala's parents were also there, much to her discomfort, for reasons we'll get to in just a minute. First things first, the rest of the Precure had to introduce themselves to the folks. And of course, Lala's mom turns out to be Lum. I didn't think she would dump a Taru for Commander Cruze, but honestly I can't blame her. And most of you youngins probably don't get my references. They went on to explain how each of their current jobs were assigned to them by the Mother AI. The parents were basically high-ranking scientists on the planet, and the elder son had just been promoted to an ambassador of the planet. As for the daughter...
デブリ調査は適任る。
Yep, Lala was a garbage girl. I mean, nothing against galactic sanitation. I'm sure it's an important job that probably pays well, but the fact that Lala's folks didn't bat an eye to this uneven labor division was concerning. However, they dared not question anything as Mother was watching.
マザーの決定に従っているだける。
マザーが決めてくれるる。
AI は万能る。
Okay, so when do we break out the Dominaires? Cause I'll start! Again, it does seem to me like they're building towards a villain twist with Mother AI, which I am wary of. But at the same time, seeing Lala's folks piling on the poor girl just because of some assigned intelligence rankings decided by a computer is just such good commentary on modern society, in particular Japan's very conservative culture. I'm just so conflicted. Anyway, Lala almost revealed that they were the Precure to her folks, but held back after learning that the higher-ups of her planet wanted to recruit the Precure into their ranks. Madoka recognized Lala's hesitation and later discussed it with her while on the holodeck. Again, appreciate the staff's tributes to good sci-fi. But yeah, it's not too surprising that Madoka recognized Lala's distress, as she was also the daughter of a forerunner of an overly conservative culture. And when she asked Lala why she didn't reveal that they were the Precure, she explained that she didn't want to burden her friends. After all, while Lala was a legal adult on her planet, then joining the government would likely increase her social standing to be on par with her family, she also didn't want to sacrifice the childhoods of her friends. I know I keep bringing this up, but can we just acknowledge Lala as the real main character of this show at this point? Madoka completely agreed with her, as she also didn't want to involve Earth's government in the Notorator conflict, though more so because she wanted the Precure alone to resolve the conflict. She was going by her own instinct, which apparently she learned about from the questionable lead of this show. Okay, I'll stop the bashing and save talking about my frustrations with Hikaru for the episode analysis. For now, it's time for the Monster of the Week fight. The planet scientists were analyzing the cancer pen when, oh great, it's you. Spoilers! Tenjo uses no real strategy this week and just tries to use brute force to steal the pen. Again, even Murayama has given up on this villain. Anyway, she used Cuckoo as her catalyst, and the Precure engaged him by mostly just dodging his attack spamming. By the way, this is a Ken Ueno episode, and yet we're mostly just seeing this thing use Thunderbolt. Come on guys, pick it up, pick it up! Ultimately, it fell on Lala to confront him in a beam battle that, while having this one nice shot, didn't quite make up for an underwhelming fight as Uni took him out with just a rear attack. Tenjo retreated and Lala retrieved her pen, but didn't awaken it as it was still stuck in its case. They tried to explain the situation to Cuckoo, but some convenient security camera footage seemed to do their job for them, revealing the clear perpetrator in Tenjo. So yeah, I guess everything's okay now and...
What the fudge pickle?
Okay, I know dystopias tend to make their citizens dumber, but that is one hell of a leap in logic there, you old coot. Or is he just trying to live up to his name of Cuckoo? Thus, the episode ended with the Precure going on the land and a certain Valley Girl Cyclops catching the breaking news. Murayama and his world building is back in full force this week, as all jokes aside, I'm actually really interested in this new setting of Planet Simone, as I'm getting some really good dystopia chills from it. Minor complaints I have include Hikaru's bad and incomplete running gag, Ken Ueno not bringing his A game for the fight this week, and that rather sudden twist at the end, but all that aside, more of this please. I didn't even cover all of the little details that make Planet Simone the most plausible alien planet in this series. Granted, that's not a high bar, but still, seeing everyone submit to the will of the Sybil system is gripping. I love dystopian tales like this, especially when we get a poor protagonist who has become an unfortunate victim of the system and clearly wants to break free from it. And the way they paralleled the alien girl's troubles to the Japanese government is just spot on commentary there. All that said, let's get into my negatives. Look, I get that they're trying to portray Hikaru as a lead who moves more by feelings and instinct, but you know, at some point she has to use some logic and remember not to reveal the fact that they're Earthlings. I mean seriously, why do they feel like they have to make Hikaru look like a total spaz just for the sake of a cheap, unfunny gag? Then again, compared to Space Ned Flanders, maybe she's not that bad. I get that the people of Simone have become over-reliant on Mother Brain, but even then, I don't understand Cuckoo's leap in logic. An easy fix to this would have been to have a little footage of the Precure on the monitor to give the illusion that they were Tenjo's accomplices. But nope, this brilliant scientist somehow thought that the junior that he's known for years suddenly became a terrorist. Look, I still think I'm going to enjoy the Planet Summon arc, but characters acting like total idiots just really irks me. In case you're wondering why I couldn't do a premiere last week, I have a couple of excuses for that. One, I wanted to make sure I got plenty of rest to overcome my nagging chest cold. And two, I was on standby in case they needed me for my newborn niece. Cute, isn't she? Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that my sister gave birth to this little one last Sunday. Then hey, since she will fall into the target demographic of this franchise in a few years, I guess Uncle Adam could introduce it to her. Personally, I'm thinking of starting her off either with Princess, since I do own the transformation trinket, or Fresh, as it is a good upper middle tier series that also happens to be a good primer for All Stars Deluxe 1. But what do you guys think? What's a good starter Precure series? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. And until next time though, farewell for now, my friends. And here's to you, little squirt. Really, I'll just use any excuse to drink in the middle of the day.